Okay, I call this meeting to order. This is a regular meeting of the Harper Woods Board of Education, December 19th, 2017. Time now is a little past 7, about 7:05 p.m. Pledge allegiance. Need everyone to rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Roll call, establishment of a quorum. We do have 6 board members present. 1 is absent today, Ms. Morrison, so she may join us if she can make it. So we do have enough for a quorum. Number 4, acceptance of meeting agenda. May I have a motion?
Motion. Support.
I heard the motion, support. May we have a vote?
Tiana.
Yes.
Joan.
Yes.
Tanis. Yes. Arias.
Yes.
Angela. Yes. Regina.
Yes. Minutes approved, 6-0. 5.1 was minutes from previous meeting. Okay, approval of consent agenda is next. Consent agenda includes 5.1 minutes from previous meetings, a special meeting, a Board of Education reviews, the regular meeting, workshop meeting, expenditure reports, and personnel matters, which include resignation, retirements, and release of duties, and also includes the new hires and reassignments. May I have a motion to approve the consent? Does anyone want anything removed from the consent agenda?
Just the meetings for November 14th have my names wrong on there, so I don't want there to be an issue with I wasn't properly sworn in because the minutes reflect the different areas that doesn't exist. So,
Okay.
Those
Duly
could just
noted.
be corrected.
okay, cool.
Very good. Okay, so do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion.
Support.
I heard the motion, support to approve the consent agenda. May I have a vote?
Tanis. Yes. Arias.
Yes.
Tiana.
Yes.
Joan.
Yes.
Angela. Yes. Regina.
Yes. Motion 6-0 to approve the consent agenda. Moving on to 6, which is correspondence. Madam Secretary?
No, there, all correspondence was forwarded to all board members.
All right, thank you very much on correspondence. 7, District Spotlight. 7.1 is our high school choir.
To the superintendent, CFO, and school board members, and the public at large, assistant superintendent, I bring you greetings from our choir, these are some incredible kids. I've only been here 4 months, and I have never been this impressed with a group of kids that are like this. And so, under the leadership of our superintendent, who we had a good understanding when he hired me of what his vision was. His vision was to create a comprehensive art program in this district. Not just choir, not just band, dance, theater. His vision is to see an entire arts program. I share that vision. And so this is one small step in that direction under the leadership of our superintendent, Stephen McGee. Tonight, we're going to sing for you a rendition that was done by the Pentatonics. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the Pentatonics. And it's a little drummer boy. We don't have all of our choir here, as you can see, but we have a very capable bunch that will perform this for you a cappella with no accompaniment, which is bare naked music, no hiding. And so I'm very proud of this group. So we're going to do that for you tonight during this Christmas season. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
A flat, A flat.
Okay, here we go. Now one, just hit it. 1, 2, 3, and.
Every night, the oxen milk get tied,
I play my drum for him, I play my best for him, then he smiled at me, me and my drum.
You guys are awesome.
Great job, great job. Before they leave, could you introduce yourself and have each of your students introduce themselves?
Go ahead, each one. I'm almost 60, I can't remember. Go ahead.
I'm Kayla Garfield. I'm in 10th grade and I'm music.
Okay.
I'm Peyton Thomas and I'm in the 9th grade. I am Olivia Blade and I'm in 12th grade.
And she's also in band as well, so she do a double duty.
Very good.
My name is Jordan Rock. I'm in the 10th grade. I like to dance.
Great.
My name is Matthias Talent. I'm in the 11th grade. And I
The bass.
And he's also oldest of the Temptations.
My name is Nia Brooks. I'm in the 11th grade. My name is Kelsey Cunningham. I'm in the 11th grade. My name is Debbie Hall. I'm in the 11th grade. And I like to sing.
Yes, she does.
Very good. Excellent.
She's doing, I'm the director.
All
All
right.
right.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your support, Mr. McGee.
And you all have a great holiday. Have a great holiday, guys. You guys were awesome.
Happy holidays. Thank you.
Okay, guys.
Beautiful job, y'all.
Seriously.
Okay, 7.2, Parent Liaison, Community Relations Manager, Sydney Bland. So we'd like to introduce you, the audience, parents and stuff, parents to our Community Liaison. Sydney?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Good evening.
I'm going to try to keep this very short. I am coming into about 60 days in my new position. And since my focus has been on support, accountability, and partnership. And so that's from the parent piece as well as the community partnership piece. So we've had our Title I meetings in which all of our schools are in compliance. We help the parents understand the Title I law. And also we did a Title I survey to gauge on the different programming they would like to see in the schools. So we've been trying to have that parent voice and including them and showing that parent data. So the parents are included as opposed to Title I in our parent compact as well as our parent involvement policy. We've done parent data for the parent-teacher conferences as well, again, to let the parents understand that they are included. We've done we're preparing for monthly meetings with the principals, so we're looking forward to that. It'll be pastries with the principals, pizza with the principals, cooking conversations, just so the parents can have that one-on-one time with the principal and understand what we're doing in the schools and understand what we're doing as a district. We just recently had a community prayer breakfast where we invited the community to participate with us and just understand that we're here to be unified and just bring in community partnerships. So that was what we had about 50 people in that event. We also are working on community partnerships meeting and just making sure our community partnerships in the district, they're providing the services and also making sure that we as a district are being able to meet the needs of those programs so we can have effective programming in all of our schools. And for the second semester, I will be, even though I've been focusing a lot on that parent engagement piece and the voice, I'll be focusing really on the educational foundation, the Harper Woods Promise, as well as the corporate advisory. And so we're looking for community partners to help us bring in funds as a programming so we can make sure that we have apprenticeships, internships, and making sure that when our kids leave out of here, they have the skill sets to be able to be productive citizens in the world. And so we are looking for community businesses to help us with our CTE program, helping us have those shadow programs and things of that sort. So that's what I'll be working on. And if you know of individuals who will be interested in being a part of that corporate advisory, whether it be business organizations, local organizations, please let me know. We're in the process of doing press releases just to let the community know what we're doing and showcase the talents that we have and the programs we have here in the district. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, number A is public participation regarding the action items. Are there any public participation regarding action items? Okay, moving on to 9, our action items. So beginning with 9.1, credit recovery fees. That would be, sure.
Credit recovery fees, we've established that it will be a flat rate of $125, be it one course or 4 to 5 courses, whatever the course load may be. In addition to that, there will be an attendance policy for the credit recovery. In addition to that, we will have the credit recovery be in 6-week cycles, meaning once they start the process, they should complete within 6 weeks. It shouldn't drag on the entire semester, nor should it go into the summer and into the following year. If students are failing multiple courses, we want to make sure that we get them back on track immediately. So that's pretty much the premise of the credit recovery.
Okay. Questions, concerns? None? Okay. The recommended motion reads that the Board of Education approves the implementation of a flat fee of $125 for credit recovery classes for those who have not passed the first free opportunity to obtain, maintain the necessary credits to graduate. May I have a motion?
Motion. Support.
Okay, I heard the motion, support. Can we get a vote?
Tiana? Yes. Tanish,
Yes.
Arias,
Yes.
Joan,
Yes.
Angela, yes, Regina.
Yes. Motion passes 6-0. Moving on to 9.2, which is the IB program update with the costs. Would that be Dr. Richardson?
Yes.
Good evening, esteemed board, Superintendent Steve McGee, CFO Mr. Dennis. I'm Dr. Richardson. I'm here to present for the IB program, International Baccalaureate program that we're looking to launch in September of 2018. Fees for the program would be a $4,000 additional fee, and then thereafter a training for one teacher and building leader, as well as training fee for central office staff. The central office staff already has been trained, so there's no need for that.
Okay. And could you just go in a little more detail about what is the IB program?
So, yes, I can. So the International Baccalaureate program is we're going to do the middle years program. The middle years are for middle school students that will allow students to receive a different type of curriculum for those students. Most of the time, in most districts, the program are based for students who are lower performing, lower achieving. We're looking also to add something for our high achieving students. Eventually, this program will go on to be the actual curriculum for all middle school students, and all middle school students will receive the International Baccalaureate programming when they come through Harper High School and middle school. So we're going to grow the program for every student. So we're going to initially start off so that we can learn the program, learn the curriculum, and implement the curriculum for our outstanding students.
And also, would that be during school or after school program, let the community know?
So the International Baccalaureate program is a curriculum that will be implemented during the school regular class hours. So it will start in the morning from regular time for middle school to the end of the hour. It will be presented as 60 kids initially, and then it will grow from there.
Okay. And the IB program, we're thinking about maybe starting it by next fall in September?
We would like to start September 1st. We would like approval for the program so that we can begin to launch the program. And I would definitely like to invite any board member to be a part of our program so that you guys will be well aware of what's going on, as well as you'll be well informed of how the program is initiated, what entails in the program, and how students will be selected for the program.
So one more question, will the parents of these students that be selected, will they be notified before the end of this school calendar year?
So once we go through the initial process and we're allowed to open the program up for the students and the curriculum, and we've met the qualifications and requirements, we're going to open the program up for application into the program. Once the application is filled out, we'll go through the application, and all those students who meet the requirements, we're going to let the parents know probably maybe 60 to 90 days before school opens.
Okay.
We're going to have it out there ready for students. We'll let the parents know how to apply for the program and what it entails in the program, what their responsibilities are, what the students' responsibilities are, what the school's responsibility is. And then we're going to open it up for the students, and then when the students will be well aware and be ready to implement the program immediately.
Thank you.
Any further questions? Okay, thank you, Dr. Richardson. The recommended motion reads that the Board of Education approves the implementation of the International Baccalaureate program beginning at the middle school and the associated cost of $10,000 for the first year, and for application fees and training and the preceding 2 years of $9,500, plus for application, training, purchases of curriculum, and exams if needed. I have a motion.
Motion. Support.
Heard the motion, support. Let's get the vote.
Angela, yes. Tanish,
Yes.
Tiana,
Yes.
Arias,
Yes.
Joan,
Yes.
Regina.
Yes. Motion passes 6-0. Very good. 9.3, security measures bid.
I'll take that one. If you guys recall back at the November meeting, we had some discussions about the our current staffing situation at all three of the buildings, and there was some concern about not only the interaction with the students, but the professionalism of the staff that was on. So President Williams recommended that we go out for bid, which we did. We actually received 2 formal bids, and interestingly enough, Securitas, our current staff, did not put in a bid. So I sent you guys some correspondence toward the end of last week recommending Prudential, and the reasons that I am recommending Prudential. I did hear back from the majority of you, and we did go ahead and let them know that they did have the bid pending formal approval tonight, and to make Securitas aware of when their last day of their service will be provided. So again, I'm formally recommending Prudential Security be the security services for the Harperwood School District through June 30th, and then upon our successful review of the performance, we'll continue their contract after that.
And so Prudential Security costs us a little bit more than Securitas, or was it
No,
less than
the Prudential is slightly less than Securitas, but a little bit more than the other company that did put in the bid. But as I mentioned in the email, I was very impressed with the amount of state detailed certifications that all of their members must have. Their specific focus, I'm sorry, you guys, on school bullying. And then the actual formal presentation they gave me, they represented themselves extremely well. So again, we'll have this contract through June 30th, much like we do with a lot of the other outside services that we've hired this year, and then we'll review their performance and then go from there.
So, stated they will be beginning at the beginning of the next semester.
The intent right now is for them to start January 3rd, which is when we come back.
Okay, and I think we're getting an additional person with this company?
The intent is to have an additional person here at this building. We'll still have the individual staff members at Beacon and Tyrone, unless it's further needed, which at this point it shouldn't be. And then we'll have one person specifically manning the front door and then the side door by us where the middle school comes in. And then we'll have 2, 3, or 4, depending on the time, officers patrolling the building, mainly to keep, kids out of the hallway, getting into class on time, et cetera.
Any further questions, concerns? So the recommended motion reads that the Board of Education approves the recommendation to contract Prudential Security Incorporated to provide security services to the Harperwood School District. May I have a motion?
Motion. Support.
I heard the motion and support. May I have a vote, please?
Yes. Arias?
Yes.
Tanish?
Yes.
Tiana?
Yes.
Joan?
Yes.
Angela? Yes. Regina?
Yes. Motion passes 6-0.
Thank you very much.
9.4 is 2018 Board Meeting Calendar.
Page 54, you guys.
Okay.
Or 55.
So we went over the board meeting calendar at our workshop meeting and just went through the dates to make sure that, all the dates were okay and all our meetings was pretty much close to every 2 weeks. And if there was any changes, we did talk about that during our meeting. So at this point, we're going to vote on the calendar so then we can post it. The recommended motion reads that the Board of Education adopts the attached meeting schedule specifying dates, times, and places for regular Board of Education meetings and workshops for the 2018 calendar year and the first 2 meetings of 2019. Were there any questions on this or concerns?
No.
Okay, so let's hear the motion.
Motion.
Support.
Okay, I heard the motion, support, so it's time for the vote.
Tiana?
Yes.
Arias?
Yes.
Tanish?
Yes.
Angela? Yes. Joan?
Yes.
Regina?
Yes. Motion passes 6-0. 9.5 is space issue, so that would be Superintendent McGee.
Currently, the process is underway. The locations that I've had an opportunity to speak on and actually visit, Target store across the street from us in the back, Eastland Produce, as well as the Varnier Plaza which is right across 8 Mile here. I will be taking another visit tomorrow at about 2:30 for the plaza, and there will be a follow-up visit with Target, as well as speaking to the realtor as to what the possibilities are. As I begin to collect more pertinent information, I will report out to the board on each location and any other follow-up visits to other locations.
Okay, very good. Are there any further questions? Okay, because our school district is expanding. We do have a few more students each year than we get the previous year, so we are getting very close to capacity. So we are trying to find some new places, some possible places for our school district so that we can expand it. Okay. So the recommended motion reads that the Board of Education authorizes the superintendent to research other options for additional spacing needed for our Harperwood School District's new expanding programs. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Support.
Okay, I heard the motion support. May we have a vote, please?
Yes. Tiana,
Yes.
Arias,
Yes.
Tanish,
Yes.
Joan,
Yes.
Angela, yes, Regina.
Yes. Motion passes 6-0. Thank you. 9.6 Summer Tax Resolution.
I know I use this phrase a lot, you guys. This is another one of those procedural things that we have to do. Basically, all we're doing tonight is just formally adopting the annual summer tax resolution for 2018 and notifying the city of Harper Woods of our intent to collect summer taxes.
So any further questions? Okay. The recommended motion reads that the Board of Education adopts the annual summer tax resolution for 2018 to impose a summer property tax levy to collect all of the school property taxes, including debt services upon property located within the school district and continuing from year to year until specifically revoked by this Board of Education. And this is a roll call vote.
Arias,
Yes.
Tiana,
Yes.
Tanish,
Yes.
Angela, yes, Joan,
Yes.
Regina.
Yes, motion passes 6-0. And that brings us to 9.7, which is the board retreat. It's on page 60. Okay, for the board retreat, we did discuss different dates and when we all can meet so that we can do the retreat. So the dates we have is Saturday and Sunday, January 13th and 14th.
The board retreat. Saturday and Sunday.
Yes. Are there any further questions? Yes.
Did we discuss the location of the board retreat? Did we?
Not yet. We were still considering locations.
We're working, there's a couple locations that we're considering, and more likely than not, it will be, it's something close, but we anticipating you guys spending the night.
Okay.
Okay. And I do believe our retreat will be hosted by Wayne Risa.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, any more questions? Okay. So the recommended motion reads that the Board of Education approves the scheduling of a board retreat to be hosted by Wayne Risa on Saturday, January 13th, 2018 through Sunday, January 14th, 18 at a location to be later determined. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Support.
Okay, I heard the motion support, so may we have a vote, please?
Yes, Joan,
Yes.
Angela, yes, Tanish,
Yes.
Tiana,
Yes.
Arias,
Yes.
Regina.
Yes. Motion passes 6-0. That brings us to board items, which are the subcommittee reports. Are there any subcommittee reports?
No.
Okay, and the policy meeting has been rescheduled for January 23rd, 2018 at 6 p.m. And I know superintendent evaluations, soon we're going to have to talk and meet about that because that's coming up early in the school year. And I think that's all I have. Any other subcommittee reports? Okay, that brings us to 11, which is the report of the superintendent.
Thank you. Our 3 new CTE Career Pathway programs were officially approved by the state this week. Of course, we have the programming that has already taken place, but official reimbursement of those programs will be in lieu of fall. The monies that we spoke of when we initially brought those individuals in will be reimbursed at 75 to 78% total salaries, as well as programming, materials, and supplies that were purchased by the district. In addition to that, our associate's degree program, 9 through 12, the articulation agreement with WC3 will be completed in January 2018. This is in preparation for the fall. So those 9th graders who meet that educational acumen, here again, you're talking about those students who are at that advanced level, will start their associate's degree in the 9th grade, through the 9th grade, through the 12th grade, and when they graduate from Harper Woods, they will leave with the rigorous high school diploma, as well as that associate's degree, and those who will go off into the career pathways. So 3 vital areas that they will, once they cross the stage, that they will leave us prepared with 21st century skills. We are also in line for 2 CTE grants, both ranging from $100,000 to $300,000. They're pending, and we're waiting on final approval and the monies that will be granted. As well, we have submitted for a letter of intent for a 21st century grant that focuses on academic programs, additional funds that will be aligned to ELA reading and math and academic gains before school and after school. Here again, it's a grant. It's nothing that the district will be paying out. That's it. Thank you.
12 is public participation. Are there any public participation? Okay, hearing none. That brings us to 13, matters of interest to board members.
I just want to let the community know that I attended the first prayer breakfast, and it turns out to be a nice event on Saturday morning.
Anybody else?
Library has a new program called tutor.com, and it is very worthwhile because it goes from 4 to 11 p.m. The kids need a library card to access this program. I've given Phyllis several copies so that, Mr. McGee, you'll have one. In fact, you could have mine. But it sounds like a great thing for any kid that needs help with any subject, particularly math, because a lot of parents can't help you out on math problems, and you need experts to take care of it. And there's a second thing that came up back in March with Tyrone School, and I've been curious what's happening. They made a green team, and they've done green things for the environment. And one of them was making a small library where you can recycle your books, read a book and put it back and take a new one. And there's several other things that they were also doing, including adopting a red panda at the zoo. And there was building, I think it was an owl house. Yes, an owl box. Is it occupied? Oh, okay. I was curious whether or not we had provided a decent home and we had a family of owls moving in.
It's out there, but there's no residents.
Okay, so it could still happen.
It could still happen, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, very good. Anyone else? Okay. It's good to hear about all the wonderful things that our students are doing, and it looks like it was in the paper by our Tyrone students. The associates program, excellent program, once we get it all the way going, because that way our students will have high school degree and their first 2 years of college taken care of. So excellent. 21st century grants. It's interesting that Superintendent McGee talked about it, because I met a woman tonight who was part of this 21st Century Grants. We were just talking, and she mentioned it, and then when he mentioned it, I'm like, whoa, okay. Because I hadn't really heard that much about it until then. And I also attended the prayer breakfast. The first prayer breakfast was many of the board members. The mayor came out. I saw Judge Palmer and many members of the community. It was very nice, excellent, very nice. Reverend Harville, he's my neighbor next door. So, very nice, great presentation. I loved it. I hope we do another one next year. You know, I think the community do need prayer sometimes, you know, we do need that. So it was a great event. And that's all I have. Hope everyone have a happy holiday, safe holiday, and we'll be seeing everyone back in January. Anything else, anyone?
No, thank you.
Okay, meeting adjourned.